is SAP and what kind of modules are available. So what is our FI and CO and what are the sub modules available. So this is what we discussed it. And after that, okay, I made you familiar to SAP navigation, how to log on to SAP systems, okay, system, and what kind of screens we have mainly. So where the consultants would do all the configuration activities, where the end users would host all the daily day-to-day activities. And after that, I made you familiar how to navigate the path and T-codes, etc. Okay, that is just 1 hour max, more than sufficient. So once you get SAP access, you can easily get familiar, not an issue. Okay, so now here, after we study the existing business process, we understood. After we are familiar to SAP navigation, so now we are going to configure the SAP settings for our customers, for our clients. Okay, in this instance, we are implementing SAP for feature group. Under feature group, here we have multiple companies. Example, Food Bazaar, Big Bazaar, Hometown, okay, all these things. Example. So, for example, in tomorrow, in live environment, you are going to implement SAP for ITC group. Under ITC group, ITC Hotel, so ITC Food, so ITC Tobacco, like that. And maybe you may implement SAP for Berla Group, L&T Group, Reliance Group, Tata Group. So different companies. Understand? So they took SAP license and we are going to configure all the settings to replicate daily day-to-day financial process from the organization. That is our responsibility. Okay, here in this instance, assume we are implementing SAP for ITC group. So we have interacted with each and every client's users and collected the existing business process documentation and understood, and we trained them. So now, okay, we collected all the documentation, understood their business process and organization structure. Based on that, here we design the organization structure for FI model. For example, feature group is having multiple companies, each company running operations in different locations. So in general terminology, okay, this is called as group, right? This is called as group, and these are called as companies, right? And these are called as business units in normal language. But in SAP terminology, okay, in SAP terminology, this is called as group or a company. So company nothing but group, okay, group which contains multiple companies. So nothing but company. So which contains all list of company codes and where we do prepare consolidated financial statements. Consolidated financial statements here. And company code is nothing but a company within a group, or some people call it as legal entity. Legal entity is company code in SAP terminology. So company code means a company within a group where we do prepare individual financial statements and where we do post daily day-to-day business transactions. The entire business transactions, the entire configuration, the entire financial statements we do prepare at company code level. Company code is very important. It's a backbone for all the components. The entire business we do at this level. This is just namesake for consolidated financial statements purpose. Business transmission మొత్తం కూడా okay we do post at company code level. Next one, business areas. And some in the latest terms we can map it at profit center. So what it is so business areas also organization. Business area is also an organization element in FI model where we do prepare individual financial statements. Where we do prepare financial statements below the company code level. Below the company code level for internal or external reporting purpose. Say for example, Big Bazaar is running operations in Hyderabad and Chennai. They would like to prepare separate financial statements in Hyderabad and Chennai. Based on that, they can understand how the performance is in Hyderabad and Chennai. Accordingly, they can take decision to run the business. So that is the way, okay, the business area or corporate sector will help us to prepare the financial statements for internal or external reporting purpose. So this is the organization structure. So we understood after study the client's business process by interacting with them on the things. Now, okay, our objective is here. We need to make SAP system ready for our users to post daily day-to-day transactions in the companies. That is our goal. Okay, and now let us configure one by one all the activities. Okay, fine. This is the first. Yeah, please.
Vasant, we can use the international units like US, UK, other than we are using the states, right?
Anything you can, yeah, you can use anything for everyone's better understanding purpose. I took here US group. Okay, sorry, picture group. During your practice, if you are going to configure SAP, you can implement SAP, for example, Target, Walmart, and next Warner Brothers. Okay, like this different customers you can choose it. Here I'm going to put India, you put US. Answer, okay, process is same. Understand? Global customers.
Okay. Again, the currency will differ, right? The multiple currencies.
All same currencies. I will show you how to define it. For example, okay, this is one Indian company. So I'll create one more company. Okay, for that we need to maintain multiple currencies. One is group currency. For example, group currency might be USD. My group is located, and as well as India, one company code is there. Indian company code INR. So if I post one transaction INR, the same value should be posted in INR as well as in group currency for consolidation point. Like this, we can maintain it. Okay, that is going to be called a new generalized accounting topics. How to maintain multiple currencies for company code and generate the financial statements in multiple currency types. Okay, na? Don't worry. First, get familiar how to post the transactions. Same concept. Okay, so here we will feel India is our local country. And okay, for example, if you're going to implement SAP for German customer, okay, example. So that is local currency. Local currency means in which currency the company code is created, no? That's called local currency. See here. So understand, this is the first basic organization structure for everyone's reference purpose. Okay, Indian group, same concept you can implement for any kind of German company or US group, anything. You can do that during your practice. Okay, good. See here. First, after you are familiar to this organization structure, Sai Power, we are going to make SAP system ready for our users to post daily day-to-day transactions. So now end users cannot post the transactions now here. Why? First, the settings should be there in SAP system, right? Now we took SAP license. Okay, we are going to log on into SAP systems. Correct. For example, I want to post one transaction. Okay, Birla Group, sorry, Big Buzzer. So where is the setup? First, setup should be done. The consultant going to configure all the activities required to post daily day-to-day transactions. Okay, so what did I say? Mainly two types of screens are there. One is easy access screen, another one is IMG screen. Easy access screen means front end. Okay, here. Okay, here end users would go to these respective sections and go to the respective transactions and post it. But before going to post these transactions, system should be configured by consultant, functional consultants. So where we have to configure all the settings is backend IMG screen. See, this is IMG screen. This is the way we need to go to backend. And this is the IMG. IMG full form is implementation guide. This is the where we have to set up all the settings. You can make the system ready. Then only the end users in the front end. This is front end home screen, starting screen. This is the where the end users would post daily day-to-day transactions. Okay, fine. Now, in this instance, we are going to implement SAP for feature group. Okay, in feature group, these are the companies and these are the business areas or corporate centers. Let us map this organization structure in SAP platform. Okay, put heading here, execute project. I hope you have noted down this picture in your notes. Please start. In case if anyone hasn't noted down, please take the print screen and paste it in a Word document. After the class, we can write down. So new joiners, so just leave one or two pages. So can start. Not leave 2-3 pages. Let us safe side. You can leave 2-3 pages and start. Write down the first step. Execute project. So we are going to start configuring the activities. The first step is here. Define company. See, first step here is define company. Configuration settings we are going to start right now. First step, define company. Define company. First configuration activity, one by one, we are going to set up in SAP system. Define company. See here, I want everyone to follow 4 guidelines, 4 principles on each and every activity. Don't simply write down. Okay, whatever activity I say here, I want you to ask the question yourself. What is the purpose of this activity? So why we have to do this activity in SAP system? Okay, so as a part of that, first you should understand the objective of the topic. Each and every activity, first you should understand the purpose, objective of the topic, the configuration activity. Here I will explain. Boss, company, nothing but a group of company. So generally the company is used for consolidated financial statements purpose. One company can contain multiple company codes. Like this, some information I would provide. So I want you also to understand it. Next, where we are supposed to perform this activity in SAP system. Where, second principle you have to understand is where. Where we have to perform this activity in SAP. Here I am going to cover path to T code. Okay, here I will cover path and T code. So you will understand the place in SAP system where we have to configure this activity. Next, how to configure this activity. So once you go to this transaction, you should understand how to fill the values and how to set up the company code. So you should understand how to do this. And finally, the result, the output. Whatever you expected, you achieved it or not. You should understand. Like this, I want you to understand 4 principles, 4 guidelines, 4 thumb rules, whatever it is. I want you to understand these 4 questions. You have to ask these 4 questions yourself on each and every activity. Don't simply write down and go. Okay, don't be in the online for my satisfaction. Okay, daily basis. I want you to do practice. Don't depend on anyone. Understand? Okay. So once a group was created, you can post all your doubts in that group. Or if you know, you can respond to others' questions also. Okay, like that you should be active in the group. Okay. Fine. So what I'm saying is here, so don't simply attend the classes. I want everyone to understand each and every activity, whatever I cover. So ask the questions yourself. Why we have to do this activity? Where we have to do this activity? How we have to do this activity? And the output, what are you reached, achieved it or not? You expect. Fine. As a part of that, first let me tell you the question here. What is company? What is the company? Madam. What is the company? Write down the answer. It is nothing but a group of companies it is nothing but a group of companies which is mainly used for consolidated financial statements. Which is mainly used for consolidated financial statements preparation. One company can contain multiple company codes. So this is the what. So it is in simple generic words I told you. It is nothing but a group of companies which is mainly used for consolidated financial statements purpose. One company can contain multiple company codes. Enough. See here. Okay, this is mean consolidation. Consolidation means what? Big bazaar separately will prepare, food bazaar separately will prepare. But I want to see feature group wise reporting, group consolidated. Where you can get. See here. That is nothing but here company. See, one company can contain multiple company codes. This is what it is. So like this, I want you to understand the first object of this transaction. Okay. So clear. First purpose, so clear. Next, here you should understand where we are supposed to define this company in SAP system. Okay, let me tell you here path. Okay, path. For each activity in SAP system, there are two ways. One is navigation path, another one is transaction code, shortcut code. Okay, so but I want you to understand here both. Okay, please write down the path. Write down the path, put heading path. This is starting screen. Once we enter into SAP system, no? This is the starting home screen. Okay, from here you should understand the path. Okay, first step kabatti. So understand from here. Next step onwards, I'll tell you the shortcut ways. See here, first write down tools. Starting home screen. Tools. Whenever you write down the path, no, write down like this. Tools. Put arrow mark. Right side by side, write down it. Tools. Next, customizing. This arrow mark. Okay, customizing. IMG. Next, execute project. Execute project. Within bracket transaction code. SPR. SPR. Okay, just for the purpose. The SPRO full form is SAP project reference object. T code. This is a T code gateway to go to IMB activity. Just for your reference purpose. SPR full form SAP project reference object. Some kind of T code. So execute project. Next continuation, or you can write down below also, no problem. So first 1 or 2 days like this, if you get familiar now, let's take session onwards, you can easily write down and you can configure it. See, like this you have to get this and to go inside now, double click on it and double click on execute project. Double click on execute project. Double click on execute project. After the class, so get SAP access and start doing practice like this. So double click on execute project. So when you double click, right, it will come like this. Okay, and then here click on SAP reference IMG. Click on SAP reference IMG. Click on SAP reference IMG. You can put side. Okay, mark another down also. Okay, now this. Like this, you have to come to IMG screen. Now you understand, right? How to come to IMG screen? There are mainly 2 types of screens. One is easy access screen. Second thing is IMG screen. IMG screen means it is accessed by consultants, functional consultants to configure all the activities in the respective areas. Okay, from their process. Fine. Okay, so next time onwards, you no need to write down all these things, tools, guilds, all these things. Since you are aware of the transaction code, so next time onwards, if you want to go to IMG screen, you can simply enter here SPRO T code. This is command field T code. This is the way you are supposed to enter the transaction codes. You can enter here T code, and when I say SPRO, I want you to include this, and I want you to be in IMG screen. This is the way you have to understand. Since it's the first step, you should understand okay, how to go to IMG. That's why step by step I cover. From next time onwards, I'll simply say SPRO. When I say SPRO, you have to enter the transaction code in this command field. Good. Fine. Now you understood how to go to IMG screen to configure all the activities. Okay. Good. Fine. Now here what you're going to do. Company. Okay. Company is what? Actually, it is organization structure. So also known as enterprise structure, right? Okay. So you should understand here the place. So don't do by heart. Understand which activity, where it can be available. Understand that logic. It is very easy to remember all these activities. Okay, good. Here, so what we are going to do? Enterprise structure, company, right? Company is a part of enterprise structure. So here enterprise structure is available. Continuation path. Write down. After you write down this, now click on IMG. Write down enterprise structure. Enterprise structure. Path is still not completed. Okay, still it is there. We haven't reached the company step. Like this enterprise structure. Next. Are you going to define the company or are you going to assign the company? So first definition. So definition. Definition. You like this, you have to expand it. See, this is the way you have to click expand for expansion. Definition. Next, what you are going to do? Define company. Define company comes under financial accounting, controlling, SD modular, MM modular, PM modular, HR modular. Example, financial accounting module. So financial accounting. Like this, understand the logic where it can be available. Don't simply do by heart. So financial accounting. Next, see, we reach this step, define company. This is the way. Okay, so now you understood. Here you understood how to see the how to go to the activity through path. Okay, So if you observe here, second section where. So here I could cover path. So in this point, you understood how to go to SAP system to configure this sector, where to go to SAP activity. See, path is covered here. Okay. Apart from path, no, I already told you. For each activity, there are two options. Okay, path to second thing, T code. Second thing is transaction code. Okay. So now you understood here path. Apart from path, what did I say? Each activity there is a T code, but I can't see here transaction codes. Where I can see transaction code? How to see the transaction code? So I'm going to tell you. So please write down here. How to find the transaction code? How to find the transaction code? When the path was known in IMB screen. And a path tells. Now we understood here path, right? How to reach this activity. But you don't know the transaction code. In this case, how to see the T code? See, what did I say? How to see the transaction code when you know the path in IMG screen. Okay, so please write down. How to find the transaction code when the path was known in IMG screen. In IMG screen. In IMG screen. See here. Okay, this is menu bar, right? See, menu bar, toolbar, title bar, right? This is menu bar. Now from menu bar, write down. From menu bar, arrow mark, additional information, parla. Again, additional information, display key, IMG activity.
Vasant, can you just scroll a little down on Excel sheet?
No problem. You can see here. See, I can see menu bar, additional information, put your arrow mark and write down additional information, display key, IMG activity. See here. Additional information, display key, IMG activity. Okay, so like this. Write down this. From menu bar, additional information, display key, IMG activity. Like this, you have to navigate it. When you navigate like this, no. See here. Additional information, again additional information, display key, IMG activity. When I click on IMG activity like this, no, understand here. Here one additional information will be open. Here one additional information will be open. In this additional information, no, max to max, last 4 digits is the transaction code. Okay, now if I ask you, okay, I ask, okay, check that. Tell me, what is the transaction code for business area? Last 4 digit is the transaction code in this addition information. Prati step
OX03.
So far, OX03. And next, Durga Prasad. Okay, what is the transaction code for profit center?
KE51.
Okay, super. Next, okay. Next, Ajay Prasad. What is the transaction code for company?
OX15.
Okay, simple. Okay, so write down completely first. Not. In the addition information, max last 4 digits is the transaction. The max to max, okay, T codes will be 4 digits. Okay, in ECC. So that's why last 4 digits is the transaction. 99% T codes 4 digits are the maximum. So in the addition information, last 4 digits, max last 4 digits is the transaction code. Your information purpose, additional, okay, knowledge wise, I told you here. Okay, that's why I put it in bracket or box whatever I told you from here. Okay, daily you no need to do this. Okay, if you are interested to see the transaction code for any particular activity, then you can apply this. Okay, settings. Then you can see the transaction code. If you don't want, okay, no problem, leave it. Okay, fine. Yes, that's why separately you can put it in one box. Good. Okay, now you understood the transaction code also, right? So next to each step, okay, here next to each step I told you here, right? Define company heading. Next to each step, I want you to write down here transaction code. Put bracket and write down the transaction code here OX15. మీకు ఈజీగా ఒక స్టెప్ ఒక పాత్ కాన్సెప్ట్ ఓ టీ కోడ్ అన్ని క్లియర్గా ఉంటాయి నోట్స్ లో. ఓకే, సో ప్లీజ్ మెయింటైన్ ది నోట్స్ లైక్ దిస్. Okay, next to the activity heading you already mentioned, no, define company. Okay, here put one bracket and write down the transaction code. I already told you, please maintain one big notebook for the entire FI. Okay, separately, and write down daily basis each and every point very clearly. Maintain the notebook. Take it seriously. తిప్పుకుంటూ రావడానికి స్పోకెన్ ఇంగ్లీష్ క్లాస్ కాదు, లైఫ్ టర్నింగ్ కోర్స్. So maintain all the points in one book. Okay, it should be always with you, even if you get into the job also. Okay, in case if you doubt, you can go and refer it if required. So okay, please maintain big notebook. If you maintain multiple books, now you don't know where you are going to keep it. That's why take it seriously and maintain the notes properly. So clear here, right? నీకు పాత్ తెలుసు, టీ కోడ్ తెలిసిపోయింది now here. Okay, good. This is the way you can see. Not each and every time you no need to go like this. You simply enter here. Okay, enter here, and you will go to the respective sections and configure it. But there is no rule you have to go to and activate this. If you are interested to see transaction code for any activity, I just told you the way how to get it. Okay, good. Like this you can activate it. Super. So second section also successfully completed. In this section, you understand, in this principle or in this rule, you understood path to T code, where to do this activity in SAP system. Okay, na? Super. Good. Like this, you have to ask the questions yourself on the 4 points. What is the purpose? Where to do? How to do? Result. Don't simply write. Okay, and the next one is third point, how to do that, right? Okay, let us see here how to configure the company. Okay, before going to configure the entities, if you observe here, there are 2 buttons are available. One is documentation button. Another one is IMG activity button. Documentation button means before going to perform this activity, if you are interested to explore more information, what is company, what it is from SAP point of view, better to always go through documentation first here. During your practice, however, I have explained in my classroom notes, I want you to go through this documentation. See here what it says, Basu, in this step you can create companies. What is company? Company is nothing but an organized unit in accounting which represents a business organization according to the requirements of a commercial law in a particular country. See, it is very difficult to understand this kind of booking knowledge, right? So that's why I told you in simple words here, company is nothing but a group of companies, which is mainly used for consolidated financial reporting purpose. One company can contain multiple company codes. See, I told you the summary of the same activity in generic words to remember it for long term. But this kind of terminology, can you remember it? You can't. The same summary I told you in generic words, easy words. That's why I want you also understand the concept always, convert into your own way and explain it. Then it's very easy to remember it for long term. Batti talent market custom. Understand it's very difficult to keep in your mind for long term. So that's why always understand the object of the activity and convert into your own way and explain it. Okay? Good. By doing practice, you can do that. You can easily perform this activity. Fine. Now, so what did I say here? I want you to go through the documentation first. However, I explained my classroom notes. Okay. Go through SAP documentation also. Once you're familiar what it is, what we are going to do in this transaction, then close this. Okay. Then start clicking the configuring activities. This is the activity button, configuration activity button. Write down please here. Next continuation. Click on IMG activity button. Then bracket clocks the first time kada. Okay, last all these things. Click on IMG activity button. Within bracket clock symbol. First time, right? So write down all these points. Next time onwards, you don't need to worry. You can easily configure it. Click on IMG activity button. They are all existing companies. Okay, most of them are provided by standard SAP. This is just a training product, right? So once I get the SAP license, no, by default, okay, the system would provide the SAP product with some kind of model company codes. Model companies. Model companies means what here? Country basis. For example, US country, one company, one model company. Germany, one model company. Singapore, one model company. Like this, you will see here all model companies. So SAP has provided for reference purpose. Each and every activity was configured and provided for reference purpose. Also, in case if you belong to Denmark, so then use this company. And if you belong to Malaysia, okay, use this company. Like this one, model companies are here provided. If you want, you can refer the settings how it was configured for those countries, and you can configure accordingly. Okay, fine. So if you don't want, you can just leave it, and you can clean up all these entries also in live environment. Okay, all details you can clean it. But why I need to have these company names in my system? I don't want to see. I want to have only my company's listing. Okay, in that case, you can delete all, you can clean up all these entries. But this is training product, no? You can keep it as this, no problem. Okay, forget all these things. Okay, fine. Here, let's get familiar to this is each and every icon. This is to bring to change mode to display mode or display mode to change mode button. Okay, and this is details button. If you want to see any details already configured, select like this here. You can select like this and click on details button. You can see all the details what we have already configured. And if you want to configure new entries, click on new entries button. If you want to go back, see, you can use this button. And if you want to cancel, you can use this button. Okay, this is exit button. Here, if you don't want to select, don't select it. Copy as. You can use the existing one and create new company, co-company with reference to existing one. Then copy as option. Like this, you can enter it. Okay, if you don't want, you can delete this by selecting this option and delete this. This is undo change. This is select all. This is deselect all. This is set block. Example, I want to select from here to here. Example, single shot. Instead of selecting like this one by one. Okay, instead of selecting like this one by one, I want to select from here to here in single shot. In that case, very simple. Set blank. Okay, again, put it here and set blank. So block will be selected. Then you can go to details button and you can use here next button, next button, next button, next button, like this you can see here. Okay, again if you want to go back, go back. And if you want to deselect it, deselect it. So like this you can, okay, first 1 or 2 sessions, okay, get familiar to each and every icons here. And next, this is command field where you are supposed to enter the transaction code. Sometimes it is like this, don't get confused. Okay, it didn't go anywhere. Just it was hidden. I want you to keep it as, again, open it. Like this, you can open the command field. This is save button. This is back arrow, exit, cancel, print, find next, first page, last page, and previous page, and next page, first page. Like this, you can go to these are pages options. The page down, page options here. See, this is starting. If you want to go next page, next page, next page, or previous page, or ekdam last page, or ekdam first page. So like this, you can use these options. And this is a shortcut button to open one more screen. Like this, you can open one more page, tab, window, screen, etc. Okay, good. If you don't want, you can close this. Next, this is shortcut button. If you want shortcut, right? Even web page also, if you open one page and instead of opening the web browser, instead of entering example www.google.com, you can open once google.com and then create a shortcut in desktop. Directly when you open your web browser, automatically it will open Google, right? First home page. Same thing here also. Instead of coming to the starting screen, okay, you can create here shortcut code on desktop. Then directly you can come to this transaction. Not only this, any transaction you can create a shortcut. And this is help. Help means, for example, I want to understand what is the meaning of postal code or what example, any particular field. Keep the cursor here. You can click on help button or F1. Then it will explain you what is the meaning of the postal code. A description of the particular object. So like this, you can get help, okay, for any activity. For example, you want to see company. Keep the cursor here, click on help button. Then it will explain you about the company and what you are supposed to fill in that particular field. Okay, next one is here, customizing button. Here you can customize your font size, font format, okay, and backend theme, screen theme, okay, size, fonts, okay, all these things you can control this by using these options. Okay, fine. Already SAP is defined. You don't need to make any modifications. Okay, na? In case if you're interested to change the font size, all these things, you can change it accordingly. Good. Otherwise, close this. Okay, and go back. Okay, example, here I want to implement SAP for teacher group, right? Whether I configure it or not, I don't know. Example, if you want to see whether it was configured, already configured, or if you want to identify your entry, this is position button. So click on this position button and you can check. Okay, it seems it is not there. Okay, no worries. Good. Okay, like this you can verify it. Okay, and now you understood how to reach this activity and you understand what is the meaning of company, all these things, right? Let us see how to configure it. To configure the entry, you have to click on this button. Okay, these are all existing entries. Forget about all these things. You have to configure it, right? Right on place. Click on new entries button. 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 So these are all existing entries. Sorry, so here you have to configure the new entry. Okay, so company, here company is nothing but example company. Okay, here example I would like to enter feature. Within bracket you can write down any 6 digits alpha numerical key. Any 6 digits alpha numerical key. Okay, minimum single digit to maximum 6 digits. Okay, you can give any name whatever you want to enter for your identification purpose. You can enter numeric number, or you can enter alphabets, or you can enter alphanumerical. Whatever you enter, it should make some sense to easily identify your company. Okay, na? So accordingly, you can enter your company key. Okay, under that you are going to maintain all the details. Okay, na? So fine, here you can enter 1000, you can enter the numeric number, single digit, 2 digits, 3 digits, 4 digits, 5 digits, 6 digits, maximum 6 digits. Okay, so you can enter anything. In this example, okay, I would like to enter my company name like this. Okay, if you want to enter ITC group, example ITC, or LNT group, LNT, or okay, so Reliance group, RIL, example. Anything you can enter. Just to 6 digits, maximum 6 digits, alpha numerical key. Okay, fine. Next, company name. So you can mention here clearly future group of companies. Example, like this, you are going to give the name of the company. Company, write down company name. Company name. The description. Feature group. Companies. Like this, you can write down. Second name, in case any area, alias, lower of low, care of low, okay, anything is there, enter it. Otherwise, just leave it. Not an issue. Not mandate. Next to street. Write down one by one down. Street. Write down. Okay, but live environment, when you are going to implement SAP for any customer, no? Example feature group, they would provide us all the details. They would provide us all the details because we are interacting with them, right? Now, how do I know where is the corporate company address, all these things? I don't know, right? So, along with us, okay, core users also would be participated from the client side, particular process wise. They are dedicatedly allocated for this project. They will be with us, okay, in this entire project. Okay, fine. So they would provide, but in this case, you can enter your dummy details: street, park road, okay, or 100 feet road, okay, Marthalu Bridge, or Indira Nagar road. You can enter anything, whatever you want to enter it. Okay, here street example. You can write down just dummy details. Enter this way. Any doubt? Someone has unmuted. What's that? Tell me, Yuswa.
Sir, sir, మనకు రియల్ టైం లోకి వెళ్ళిన తర్వాత స్క్రీన్స్ కూడా ఇలాగే ఉంటాయి సార్, లేకుంటే
ఇదే స్క్రీన్ డోంట్ వరీ. అదే ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇచ్చారు కదా, ఎంఎస్ ఆఫీస్ నీ ల్యాప్టాప్ లో ఉంది, నువ్వు ఆఫీస్ ల్యాప్టాప్ లో వర్క్ చేస్తున్నావు ఆల్రెడీ ఒక ఏదో ప్లాట్ఫామ్ మీద. ఆ ఎంఎస్ ఆఫీస్ లో ఉన్న వార్డుకి నీ ల్యాప్టాప్ లో ఒక 100 రూపాయలు 200 పెట్టి ఓఎస్ వేయించుకున్నావు ఎంఎస్ ఆఫీస్ కి. ఎనీ చేంజ్, డిడ్ యూ ఫైండ్ ఎనీ చేంజ్ ఉందా? సేమ్ అంతే. ఎస్ఏపి సాఫ్ట్వేర్ ఇది 1000 రూపాయలు 500 ఇచ్చేస్తే ఎవడో కూడా ఇన్స్టాలేషన్ చేస్తాడు. అక్కడ సేమ్ ప్రోడక్ట్ విత్ లైసెన్స్ బేసిస్, ఓకే, విత్ సబ్స్క్రిప్షన్ బేసిస్ వీ నీడ్ టు టేక్ ఇట్. అంతే తేడా, ఏం జరగలేదు. వాట్ ఎవర్ యూ సీ హియర్ In live environment, the same screen. See, most of you people are working as an end users. Okay, as end user, right? So you know, right? So you how the screen looks like. Another account in the understand? అలాంటి ధర్మ సందేహాలు రాకూడదు. ఓకే గుడ్. సేమ్ సాఫ్ట్వేర్ ఇది SAP ప్రోడక్ట్. అది ఒక 100 రూపాయలు వేసి ఇన్స్టాలేషన్ చేయించుకున్నా ఒకటే, లైవ్ లో లైసెన్స్ లక్షలు పెట్టి తీసుకున్నా లైసెన్స్ ఒకటే, సేమ్ ప్రోడక్ట్. ఓకేనా? డోంట్ గెట్ పీస్ here, but live environment you are going to interact with users. No, they would provide us all the details. We are implementing SAP for feature group, right? Feature group employees also will be participating in the project along with us. So okay, from the particular process wise, they would provide us all the details. But here you can enter dummy details, 100-bit road, okay, ma edo okati instruction road edo okati class, okay, 5th line or 6th line. Example 100-bit road, post box number 146 Somaji Goda in address ko raskochu. Okay, so postal code, dummy details, right? You can enter anything here. Example Hyderabad or Mumbai. Okay, accordingly you can enter it. Country India. Language key, see in SAP how many languages are there? 41 to 43 languages are available. Here example English. EN is for English, currency INR. So please fill it. However, you are going to enter dummy details. Please write down it, all these things. Like this, consultant would configure all the activities. Okay, and finally save it. See, here we are implementing SAP for feature group, dummy company code. Tomorrow real customer, same. Okay, simple. Whatever you learn here, the same thing you are going to do it in your system. Here, after you fill all the details, click on save button. See here, click on save button or Control S. Click on save button or Control S. Same keys, shortcut codes. Save it or click on save button, Control S. Okay, understand here. Like this one pop-up will come. You know what it is? This is called transport request. This is called here transport request. What is this transport request? What is the use? Okay, so let me explain one by one. So here, first complete whatever okay I say, then I will explain it all these things. Click on create request button. After you click on save button, this kind of pop-up will come. Okay, write down. Click on create request button. The page symbol. Click on create request button. Click on create request button. Here you have to give the description for what purpose you are going to configure it. Okay, example here I am going to configure all the basic settings related to feature group. Enter short description. Write down enter short description. Basic settings for feature group. Basis కాదు feature group. So enter short description like this. Press enter or click on save button. Press enter or click on save button. Press enter or click on save button. Observe here carefully. When I press enter, one separate number will be generated for this object. See here, just number is not just generated. Okay, observe the existing number is 572 is the running number. Okay, okay, forget. And now click on this. Press enter or click on save button or press enter. When you press enter, observe here carefully. One unique number is generated for your object. This is called transport request number. This is called transport request. I will tell you what it is. Okay, please wait. Press enter, right? Again, press enter to save data in your transport request. I will tell you what is transport request. First, write down. Again, press enter. Again, press enter to save data in your transport request number. To save data in your transport request number. Okay, unique number will be generated for your object. Press enter it. Again, press enter to save data in your transport request number. See, now data was saved. Now understand. Okay, now write down the question. What is the transport request? Write down. What is the transport request? What is the transport request? What is the transport request? Write down the answer. It is a kind of vehicle, one truck. It is a kind of vehicle which is used to move data from one client to another client within the server or across the servers. Okay, what is the transport request? It is a kind of vehicle, truck, which is used to carry the move data from one client to another client within the server or across the servers. I will explain what it is. First, write down. It is a kind of vehicle which is used to move data from one client to another client within the server or across the servers. Okay, so what does that mean? What is the client? What is the server, right? So let me explain the system landscape. Write down the first to next question. You'll understand all these things. Don't worry. First, write down. What is the system landscape? SAP system landscape and date. Write down. What is the SAP system landscape? What is the system landscape? Write down the answer. It is nothing but an arrangement of SAP servers. It is nothing but an alignment of SAP systems. Systems or servers on top of that. It is nothing but an arrangement of SAP systems. It is nothing but an arrangement of SAP systems. Simple words like it. Let me give you the same definition in another way. Write down. In other words, let me define it in another way. In other words, it is a key design decision. It is a key design decision for distributing the SAP applications It is a key design decision for distributing the SAP applications across the servers. It's a key design decision for distributing the SAP applications across the servers. Okay, now I will tell you what does it mean. See, I already explained, right? In live environment, we have to have minimum 3 clients. Okay, example like this: development client, so like this we have to have minimum 3 clients: development client, quality client, production client. అంటే 3 systems. ఒక సిస్టము This is another system. This is another system. Okay, some people consider this is development environment, quality environment, and production environment. A development system, a development client, a development server, or quality system, or quality server, or quality environment. Different names. Okay, all are same only. Don't get confused here. Okay, here this is development client. So example, in this case, my client code is 800. Okay, but here there is no rule you have to have 800. Tomorrow our basis consultant can create our client code with 100. Okay, but here when we install SAP software, our product is delivered with 800 client. Here 800 client by default. Client is nothing but SAP instance number, it is an ID. Okay, here my client code is 800. But tomorrow when you are implementing SAP for your customers, so your basis consultant will create the client codes. Okay, with 100 or 200 or 300 or 500, 600, any 3 digits numerical number to create చేస్తారు. So then they will let us know what is the client code for development system, what is the client code for quality system, what is the client code for production system. Okay, fine. So here understand in this instance, okay, my client code is 100 or maybe assume 800. Okay, my quality client code is here 820. Example are here 820. Where I am configuring all the activities. Now I am configuring all the activities in development client. After I configure the activities, we have to test it. The same system will not be used for testing. Separate server will be set up. A separate client will be set up. This is the way we have to test it. You may get doubt, boss, you configured here, then how the data will be available here to test it? This is separate server, separate box, separate client. How it will come is whenever you configure any activity in development system, okay, development client, system will prompt you to save your data in one transport request. You have seen it, no? One transport request was prompted, right? Like this, one transport request will be prompted. You have to save all the data in the transport request number. Then you have to move your data from development client 800 to quality client 800 move చేస్తాం through transport request. This is called transport request. Okay, this is transport request. So all the data, whatever you configured here, right, all will be copy paste here, not cut to paste, copy paste here. And whatever setting you are configured here, now all are available here. This is the where we are supposed to perform end-to-end testing. Testing means what? By posting the transactions, our settings are correctly configured or not, we need to test it. After that, we need to ask our users also to test it. And everything we have to do this here. Okay, and finally, okay, if everything is ready and tested properly as per the client requirement, then we have to move the data from again development client to production client. Our production client ID here, example here 820. Tomorrow in your project, maybe 120 or 100 or 300 or whatever it is. Okay, don't worry about that. Like this data will be transferred from one system to another system. Okay, through transfer request. Now you understand what is the use of transfer request? Transfer request is a kind of truck vehicle which is used to carry the data from one client to another client. Sometimes no, one system can have multiple clients also. See, development system can have multiple clients also. So we can transfer from here to here within the servers, or we can transfer from one server to another server also. So like this is what it means. From here to here also we can transfer, or here to here also another box, another server also we can transfer. So okay, if you observe the definition, what did I say? Was transport request is a kind of truck vehicle which is used to carry the data from one client to another client within the server or across the servers. This is called transport request. So practically tomorrow session I will show you how to move the data from this client to another clients. Okay, then you will understand exactly what is transport request and how to move it from one client to another client. Okay, that's the meaning of transport request. Landscape means servers, how many servers you require, what to do, what not to do in the respective clients. Okay, is the one. So you understand one by one, don't worry. So this is what it is. Okay?
Hello, Vasan. Can I ask one question? Hi. Actually, if anything in this developer server, it should be go via with QAs, right? Quality. After that is a production. Am I correct?
Okay, see, development to quality, then quality to production. Quality system which always source client ikkada ide. This is where we configure the source eppatiki ide untundi. Always data will be transferred from here to anywhere. అంతేగాని development to quality to production meaning అది కాదు. Development to quality, then test the object. Okay, see here, Jagannath, difference between company code,
Yes,
client, right? Okay, company means client means I already told you it's not okay, client customer ID, something like this. Client means it is SAP system ID. So SAP system box number client means. Okay, understand? Client means it is not customer ID something. SAP box number. In this, you have to configure the company and company codes. But still we are in company level. Okay, I already told you, you haven't seen this picture. Company means it is group. Company code means a company within a group. Example, Reliance is the company. SAP terminology. Reliance Industries is company code. Reliance Smart is company code. Reliance Digital is company code. Okay, all these things we are configuring as one box system server. That is called client. Client means don't understand, it's a customer ID, something like this. In functional terms, okay, I agree with you. Okay, client means customer, right? But here, client means it is technical term. In his SAP box number, ID number. Okay? See here. Okay, see, clearly I explained this landscape, no? See, this is client ID. I already told you what is client when you are going to log in also. See, was client means it is number, or system number it is. For example, in this case, feature group implementing SAP. Feature group set up the servers. So this is one ID, client ID. SAP instance number it is. Don't think it is customer ID, something like that.
okay, sir.
Company.
Sir, actually, one of my friend attended interview. He told company means group of companies. Company code is organization in it, but he told wrong. What should we answer, sir?
See, company means it is nothing but a group of companies. Okay, company code means a company or a legal entity where we do legally register and post the daily day-to-day business transactions, and where we do prepare individual financial statements is called company code. I give examples also, right? See, ITC
Okay,
group company. ITC hotels business separate to ITC foods business separate to ITC tobacco business separate. GE, okay, GE for example, see GE electrical, so GE finance, example GE, okay, like this, different things. Okay,
okay,
that is the difference between company code. So first let me explain company, then when I come to company code, you'll understand all these things. Client means it is system number. Okay, don't get confused. So initially, I know some kind of doubts will be there. So once you start SAP system, okay, and configuring the activities in SAP system, all your doubts will be addressed nowadays. So fine. So now summary wise, today if you observe, okay, you understood how to go to IMG screen and how to start up configuring the activities. Okay, so tomorrow, so I will once again recap this and I'll show you. See, initially 1 or 2 days until you do hands-on, so there might be some kind of question, doubts. Don't worry. Don't hesitate to ask your doubts. Okay, whatever it is. silly doubt or lawful doubt. Don't waste it. When you don't know, it can be treated like anything, right? Okay? Fine. So first try to arrange your SAP access and start doing practice. Chalo, see you tomorrow. Don't miss the classes. Okay, try to join in time. Okay? Thank you all. Bye bye.
Thank you,
I
sir.
hope I will
Bye.
get down everyone's attendance. If anyone joined late, let me know. I think
Sir, myself, I joined late, sir. Jagannath.
it's okay, no problem. Okay, who else? Who else? I forgot to take attendance. Sai and Sai also. Suri Sai, right? Okay, join a bit later.
And my name.
Okay, Bharat. Okay, sorry, Parallel. Already not contact.
Yeah.
Next, Sindhu Sudha. Okay, chala. Bye.